Hello guys, and this is a walkthrough for Runescape's Easter event 2011. So let's begin. Okay, so the event takes place somewhat south of Faldor. So if you open up this map here, then you can see some kind of a gift box symbol. But yeah, just keep heading south from Faldor and you'll see this green portal, which then leads to the event. See, like it's like right around here. So here's Faldor, Draenor Village. So just south of the clan camp. And to complete it, you would need a hammer and a chisel. So then you can make an ice sculpture. So then she would give you the year, which then you can complete the event. Because without it, you can't really sculpt with it. So make sure you bring both of these items. They are very important, and you need them. And you would also need a hatchet and a tinderbox, but they already provide that for you, so you wouldn't need to worry about that. Okay, so over here you can see a green portal. That's the Easter portal, which then leads to the event. And here we are. So you start off by talking to the Queen of Sunrise, which is right somewhere over here, right here. So then when you talk to her, you have to select option 3. Then she would tell you that you have to kill an evil tree, but you have to kill an evil holly tree. So then it will give you the fake year, but then you can continue on with the event. Now the rewards aren't really that great, but oh well. You get a free remote and a crown. So I just say that you'll help her, and then continue. Press yes, continue again. Okay, so after that, you get a hatchet and a tinderbox from the Easter Bunny. So after you finish all this talking, you can ask him for a tinderbox and a hatchet. Now you don't really have to wield your hatchet in order to kill the tree. You just have to have that in your inventory. And if you look way over here, you can see an evil tree. Well, it kind of stands out, so I guess you could see it. Now there's going to be lots and lots of players here, so then it would take a less amount of time to kill an evil tree. But if you're alone, it's going to take quite a while. So if the tree has already fallen, you're going to have to look for a seedling, and then you have to keep clicking nurture until it grows into an evil tree. Then you can kill it. Then after you kill it, you have to search it, and then it will give you something called a year, which you can give it to the Queen of Sunrise, and then you can continue on with the event. So you look here, it's slowly growing here, and once it turns to an evil tree, then you can attack it. It may take a while, but yeah, it won't take that long, as long as there's lots of people doing this. Now there is a second quest that you can do in the Easter event, except you have to be a member in order to do it. Otherwise it won't work, because they won't allow you to do it if you're a free player. But if you're a free player, you can do the Sunrise quest. Alright, this tree's almost finished growing. Okay, so afterwards, you just wait for a while, and then keep on nurturing it. Then until you see an evil face on it, that's when you know it's an evil tree. Now, this may take several minutes, but yeah. As long as there's lots of players here, it won't take as long as if you're alone. Alright, now you can see all these things popping out of the ground. That's when it's alive, and then see, look, there's an evil face here, so that means you just chop it and just kill it. Now at times it may, if you get hit, you can see all these birds flying around you, so then it would take a while for you to get back. And after you chop its root, you may get something that I can use to burn the tree, which you can deal more damage, then it would die quicker. So just, you have to chop all these roots here, and then afterwards, when you've done that, you can start chopping the evil holly tree. See, like right here, you get some kindling, so you can use your tinder box on it. Then afterwards, the rest of you just keep on chopping it till it dies. Then after it dies, you can search it, and then yeah. Now I can't really tell if it's dying or not, but it just takes several minutes and then it should die. Any second now. And when you light a fire near the evil holly tree, that would deal even more damage. So what you want to do first is to cut all these roots first before you start to attack the holly tree. Well, I'm not really sure if your woodcutting experience or level may have an effect on how fast you can kill this tree, but I'm not really sure if it does have any effect at all. But yeah, this just takes quite a while to kill. Okay, I'm just gonna stop the video right now and then come back when this tree's dead. Okay, welcome back everybody, and this tree is almost dead. And to light a fire on it, once you have some kindling and a tinder box, right click the tree and click light fire. So as you can see, the tree is burning right now and it's almost dead. Well, that's what I think it's nope, still alive. Any second now, it should die. Okay, now it's dead. So after it's dead, you just search the fallen tree and you should find something called a year. So after you have attained your year, you have to go back to Sunrise Queen, spot here, which is the spot without snow, and then you just have to talk to her and then visit her. So after you give it to her, you can just go to this cutscene here. Then she's about to turn everything back to spring, except the year is fake, so then she can't do that, so it's still winter. So you have to find the real year, which the Queen of Snow actually has. And to get that, you have to find 3 keys, which you have to obtain from the 3 spirits: the rock spirit, the water spirit, and the cloud spirit. So she tells you to ask people where the real year is, but all of them don't really know where the exact location is, except for the Queen of Snow. So if you ask her where it is, she doesn't really tell you, but she gives you somewhat of a riddle, I think. Question the rocks, question the water, question the cloud. they know who holds them back from the spring. So that means you have to get the key from the rock spirit, the key from the water spirit, and the key from the cloud spirit. Okay, so first you have to find it. You have to get the key from the rock spirit, which is well, first of all you have to head a bit north until you see these stone stairs here. Afterwards you have to climb up it. Then you should see the stone spirit. And after you talk to him, he'll give you the key which leads to the cave. Okay, so now we've obtained the key which leads to the cave, or the stone key. So after you get the key, you have to go all the way back here, south, in the snowy area. Then you should see a rock blocking some cave entrance. So you just follow this river here, and water is flowing to the west, which means if you just follow the flow of water, it should take you to the cave. Except the cave is blocked by a giant rock, so you cannot enter it until you have the key, which is what we have right here. So after you get the stone key, you have to use it on these rocks here. So after you do that, the cave entrance has appeared. Now you can't really do anything here yet, so yeah, we'll just leave now. So after you get that, you have to get the second key, which the water spirit holds. And to get to the water spirit, just go backwards from the flow of water, which is east. And then it should lead you to a waterfall and the water spirit. So you just ask the water spirit or the river spirit where the key is, and then it'll just give you the key. So after you have obtained this key, the water key, you go back to the cave and then explore further. Okay, so as before, you don't really see anything here much besides the ground and water and tons of rocks. So if you look up here, you can see some bubbling in the water, which is the pool. You can use that key on the pool here, or on the bubbles, and then afterwards all the water should drain out, and then you can see an entrance to yet another place. But there's nothing really there yet until you obtain the last key, which the cloud spirit holds. And to find the cloud spirit, after you leave the cave entrance, just keep heading north and then you should see some stone stairs which leads to the cloud spirit, which is right over here next to this tree here. So it's at the corner, or just northwest. So just climb all of these stairs and then you should find the cloud spirit. So after you talk to that, you do the same thing, ask for the key, and then yeah, just head into that same entrance before. Now he's just gonna talk a lot, but you can just skip that if you want to, or you can just read it if you feel like it. So now we obtained the last key, which is the cloud key. So now that we have the last key, you just head back to that cave entrance again and do yet some more exploring. So yeah, to get down here, you just climb down this ladder here, and then head into another cave. So before you can't really do anything here unless you have the cloud key. So you see the steam cloud here, nothing really important here. So you use the cloud key on the steam, which then all this air just blows up, and then you just jump on, which then leads you to the Queen of Snow. So then you just talk to her. She's feeling all guilty about stealing the year and all that, but yeah. So just click the first option, and then afterwards first option again, and then first option again. So she says she didn't steal it, but she doesn't want spring to come. Then you have to prove to her that spring is awesome, and then yeah, just click the third option. Then you have to sculpt something out of ice, which is right up here. First option. So yeah, you have to sculpt something out of ice to prove that spring isn't all that bad. So this is where the hammer and the chisel come in handy. So you can use chisel on this thing here, and then you can just pretty much pick anything. So after you're done, you just talk to her again, and then yet another cutscene happens. So she gets up, observes your sculpture, then she smiles, and she decides to give back the year. Well, actually, you didn't really need the hammer at all. You just needed the chisel. So afterwards, she decides to give back the year to the Queen of Sunrise, which then spring comes back again. Everyone's happy, and the end. So now that you have obtained the year, you go back to the Queen of Sunrise. She's all happy and everything. Then you give it to her. Then some more cutscenes happen. So she says her magic words, then turns everything back to spring. Well, what I don't really get is that there's still snow here, so that didn't really do much at all. So yeah, here are your rewards. 4 quest points. So after you complete this one, you complete the members quest, so you can get the icicle crown. But since you're a free player, well, if you're a free player, then you get a sunbeam crown and a free emotion. So what would that look like is you just point up to the sky, then some light falls on you, then you can see some flowers out, and you get a crown. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this walkthrough. And yeah, well, goodbye.